by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, Never underswat Elder Apostle, Elder Bishop, the Great Millstone, we well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. We out of Gms Mississippi camp. Branching out for the main camp. We just, how the spirit is, man. We making little sanctuaries. We're not doing the Wu-Tang Clan thing right now. Sometimes we can do it, in the spirit. All the brothers in one big camp. But right now, we got branched off, man. And that way the spirit can speak in different ways in the same camp. The world, the spirit was on me on the way to camp. They're going to Jake, man. And basically Eve has her queen under feminism, all right, under women's sexual revolution. But 2/3 niggas have their kingdom. They're niggerdom, all right? That's why the most celebrated type of Jake is what? A nigga, So going back to what the 80s, the 70s, and especially the 80s, when they really started to propagate being a nigga, I started with groups like NWA. All right, that's when a nigga idol got erected. All right, a nigga idol, and a nigga is idol. Like in the sense that he's not productive, but a nigga like that, they have more motion in Babylon than us. So the Most High gave even niggas their chance to rule. This is his rulership. A nigga be ruling from jail. A nigga be ruling from prison. We brought up an article, I think a priest of Yash brought up the article, that the Jakes that make the most babies are incarcerated. Women get pregnant by mostly niggas in prison. Or niggas in and out of prison. Why? Because they're in their niggerdom too. All right? So you got the scripture?
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me.
My people are foolish. Now let's look up the word foolish. Let's look up the word foolish. Let's be edifying. Because we're not like your Sunday school preacher. All right, we're not like your church preacher. He just feeds you words and you just absorb everything he's saying without even researching, man. So let's see if these definitions fit the 2/3 of our people, man. All right.
This is from Free Dictionary. It says, for foolish, lacking or exhibiting a lack of good sense or judgment, silly, capable of arousing laughter, absurd or ridiculous, embarrassed, abashed, insignificant, trivial or trivial. Yep. Unwise. Our people are unwise when it comes to the laws, statutes, and commandments. When it comes to the will of the Father, you're unwise. But you're wise to be a nigga. You're wise to watch a nigga pattern, watch him go to work and back to time when you're gonna break in his house. You're wise to break down a woman's mind to have sex with her. She's a married woman. You're wise to eat crabs and lobsters on YouTube and put a microphone next to you so 1 million people can watch you just salivatate over food, man. Like trap music, they very wise, to influence their so-called audience about how to cook dope.
Yeah.
How to make drugs and sell drugs and stuff like that. Continue to be more warlocks.
Yeah.
They had that guy, he was showing people how to crack cards, ATMs.
Yep.
He was Jake,
How to break into a car. Yeah, YouTube tutorials. How to break a nigga glass, like in a scat pack. How to sneak a gun into a club. Some of it be comedy, but it's still like, man, Jake, what you do this? So you're wise to be anti-Yahweh. You're wise to be a nigga, man. All right, go back to that scripture.
Jeremiah 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are sottish children.
Let's get that word sottish. Yeah, you get that word too a lot. You get that blue letter definition of sottish. But some of these words is old English terminologies that we no longer use. All right? What you got, bro?
From Free Dictionary, it says, sottish, stupefied from or as if from drink, tending to drink excessively.
Yeah, because it says in Isaiah they are drunken, but not with what?
think about it, it's the
So you're drunk in the philosophies of this world, man.
Babylon wine.
You're a nigga is a drunk Babylonian, man. You're drunk in the philosophy. You're drunk in street culture. You're drunk in college culture and athletic culture. A nigga religion is sports. A nigga's religion is sports. A nigga religion is messing with somebody's woman. So we gonna talk about you today, 2/3 nigga.
That's so true about the nigga you saying like about their religions or sports.
Yeah.
Cause a nigga will tell you about like the NFL football team or any other type of sport team. Like you have this particular player playing this position or this coach in this particular team, but they have no problem how this world is being poisoned on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same air you have to breathe in every day. You have no problem with that. But your main concern right now is about entertainment, sports.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's how Esau does with the people that bring in circus, man.
Yeah.
You know, they entertain.
Because you're gonna find out that this particular speaker, he got a concept called the nigger box, the stupid box. He got Jake inside the stupid box. Jake has been emasculated to a fucking child. Because when the word sports goes into like playing with somebody, man. So for you as a grown man, your religion and your world is sports. You're in the spirit of a child. Now, granted, brothers are into sports, but it's not our religion. That's not our way of life. I'm not arguing with the dude at my job loud as hell about the Cowboys, man. Fighting over that shit, man. Your side is children.
Tell where their minds are.
That's why you had this philosopher by the name of Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly. You can correct me on the comment board if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But she said that the so-called black man in America, which is really black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, because of the welfare state, because of what America has done to you, took the father of the household, you're basically mentally a boy. The so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man is a boy. And her philosophy sprung the movie Baby Boy. That's why they had Tyrese in the beginning of Baby Boy in his mother's womb. They represented the so-called black man in America who never came into his manhood, man. So you know how to fuck, you know how to make babies. You mastered wearing clothes and making clothes make sense aesthetically. You know how to fist fight, you know, but you don't have a God to submit to. How can you be a leader if you don't have principles from the Heavenly Father to submit to? All right, but I don't want to hold you off. You had a scripture.
Yeah, I was just going to bring out this. This is going back into your opening that you were going in, but since we went on, I'm gonna start at the top of this. This is Sirach 14, verse 1. My point is in verse 3. It said, "Blessed is the man that have not slipped with his mouth, and is not pricked with the multitudes of sins." Blessed.
Break that down, bro.
And that's, those that are listening on the comment board, if the Most High has opened your mind to receive His word and change your ways, that you're not walking in the sinful way of this world, you are blessed. And to be blessed like that, I mean, it's a great honor because He chose you to wake you up from this sleep that we once were in. Blessed is he whose conscience had not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. And as long as you got hope and you got faith in the Most High that He's going to return, you follow His laws, statutes, and commandments, you will be saved. You will see that salvation. But that's why Yahweh said, endure to the end, because we're going to be hit with all kind of things coming our way. But here's the point to the brothers when they open up. It said, riches are not commonly for the niggard, and what should an envious man do with his money?
Yep.
That's why you have that famous quote, "She never gave you niggas money." Right. Now look what a nigga does for money. Dave Chappelle showed down his show when they got that stimulus package.
They got that reparations.
The reparations.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
And the KFC stock went up. Yeah, niggas went crazy.
Cartons of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Dump truck.
Yeah.
But just like you said, nigga in jail, you know, he's still running the streets like, you know, he in jail, but in prison, but that's because he got money to do that.
Yeah.
And he's feared. You know, he's like as on Mortal Kombat when what was his name? Shane Kwan told Gore that he is a god in his ring. You know. So, you know, that you know, and then but going into can one of y'all brothers pull up the definition of Nigar, you know, because it's different from Nigar, you know. So we need to see what anyone can be a Nigar, you know, black, white, Esau, you know, anybody.
So it says Nigar in the Free Dictionary, a stingy, grasping person, a miser. And this pretty much goes to like an extremely stingy person, selfish person who is unwilling to give what's in.
Yeah, because a nigger could be like a drug dealer, nigga. Like, you got what I'm saying? A nigger could be a drug dealer. Like, that's stingy. That's, you know, you take from your whole neighborhood just to give to yourself. Right. You know? This is Frank Lucas mindset, man. You know?
But we know who the Nigar really is, and that goes to Esau. You know, because I mean, he stole the prized possession of the Most High. You know, he has taken this is a topic for another time, but he has taken us from captivity to hostage. We're in a hostage situation.
Right. Real captive.
Right.
Yep. And we're institutionalized in that captivity. We're hostages. That if you say, okay, you can go to Africa, niggas gonna stay in America. Nigga, you know, a nigga ain't finna go back to Israel. Right. A nigga is once you westernized, you got him. Right. Like if you get a woman and she become easternized, you got her. Right. You know?
But I was really going into the meaning of, you know, the Most High. What did he say to Joel? He said, I'm going to go down to the valley of Jehoshaphat to plead with them, you know, with all the nations. Because when the Most High had released us from our captivity, who kept their foot on our necks? Esau. So what does Yahweh and the army have to do? They have to come back to free us. You know, so you look at a movie in a situation where you got a hostage situation, who go in? The SWAT team. You know, that's who Yahweh is. That's the SWAT team.
Through this hostage situation, our people, for the vast majority part, they have developed a Stockholm syndrome. You know, that coping mechanism. You know, you want to develop friends or feelings for your so-called captors. You know, that's how our people are. Like you tell our people, you know, be free or whatever, they'll still stay here for the majority part.
And the most. Go ahead with your point, bro.
I was gonna say because America is the 2/3 bread and circus. You know, and I got the definition of bread and circus. I wanted to get it. This is the definition, the Oxford language definition. A phrase, a diet of entertainment or political policies on which the masses are fed to keep them happy and docile. That is what, you know, you see most of these 2/3 Jake are. They docile and happy with this captivity. They docile and happy with them beings. With with Eve.
Yeah.
With wild naked Eve, with you know, the stimulus. Yeah. You know? They happy and docile with this place.
They happy with overtime papers. They happy with income taxes. Because a couple times a year it's lit for Jake, even if you're poor. The income taxes, you used to get the stimulus checks. You know, what's another one, man? About food stamps. And they made a whole captivity song. Get up. It's the first of the month. They made a whole song about slavery, man. But that's why I said he should lend to you, but thou shalt not lend to him. Right. See, you're going to find out that niggas is holding us back from the kingdom. That's why the Most High already said from the beginning, I'm gonna cut out 2/3 of you niggas. Because if we was set up to wake up the whole nation, man, we'll never get out of here. Right. A nigga is not making an effort to leave America.
That's why we was in that wilderness for so long.
40 years.
Right. Those niggas holding us up.
And the way you know, before I say anything else, did you have anything? The way you know that these are the same niggas in the desert is what did they turn the desert to? A club. Niggas turned the desert to a club. Israelites, the Hebrews, They turn anything and anywhere they go to a club.
I mean, the orgies and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Brothers broke that up.
Wow, that's crazy. That's why that generation died off. But what happens at work? A fucking club. A nigga turn work to a club. A nigga might be fucking in the restaurant. A nigga and a nigga woman, they got skits on that, man. Smoking, drinking, all right, all type of debauchery at work. A nigga turns, because it's not real church, but a nigga turns so-called church into what? Club. The women all dressed up, the niggas all dressed up. This is another club. Niggas turn high school to club. Niggas turn college in the club. Niggas turn prison in the club. Niggas turn every place where they could huddle up together into a club, man. So that's how you know that, hey, that's why I said the spirit bear witness with our spirit. Not just when it comes to positivity, but negativity. Niggas turn the desert. Niggas turn Exodus. Exodus means out of the way. X means out. You turn leaving captivity into a club. What did niggas do with the Passover in this generation? They turned it into a club. Nigga Israelite groups turned the Passover into a club.
And, going back to that Exodus, that pissed the most out. He said, your people down there, I'm gonna do more. They down there. I mean, this me interjection speaking as a man, but they down there partying and scrubbing the ground and worshiping other gods and shit like that.
Like you said about it, the jobs, like when so-called supervisors and manager meetings, when Jay have that type of time, what they do? They turn the music up loud.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Carry away the mouse and like that.
Dancing and stuff.
When Jake driving, he's in the club, So as soon as Jake do their little captivity hours, they ready to go to the club. That's why a nigga would not leave Egypt again. A nigga would not, you can't persuade 2/3 of our people that we in captivity. Because they love it here. But let's keep the spirit rolling. We'll get, you got a scripture? Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine.
How are we a fucking, let me stop. How are we a noble vine? Those statutes and commandments, it made us noble. Don't you know that prestige they have in Europe came from Israel? Don't you know that prestige they have in French, which we call etiquette? And it's that regalness that you watch Bridgerton about and these ancient medieval movies where everybody was royal. They got that from Israel. We were the noble vine. I read in a book about etiquette, right? They said when during the Crusades, when Jake went back to Jerusalem, they got their etiquette from Jerusalem and brought it back to here. And that's where French got their etiquette from.
I saw that on Instagram. Somebody put a little post on Instagram about the Jake female teaching French how to, eat which fork is when to eat and all of that.
Yeah, because they during the Crusades,
How to sit. How to sit and all how women's supposed to act and all of that.
they came from our people, man. Now you are a slave to people's perception of you as a basic nigga.
Like,
No bad, nigga.
like if they see you trying to be proper and polite, or why you trying to act like the white folks?
Yeah.
Nah, that came from us.
Yeah.
Why you trying to eat like this? Why you trying to move like this? Because Eve and a nigga loves to be loud, loves to be wild, but if you come being, not so loud, but upholding yourself correctly, moving in a certain way, they see you as what? Lame,
weak, beta.
Yeah. Like this American society has become so decadent. Like our people get shamed by having manners. Just having so-called proper manners. You get shamed, like you said, you call it lame. Saying excuse me. Or something,
I was just gonna say that. They say you say excuse me, or they think you weak.
Yeah.
They think you weak. Like you hearing that rap, I don't say excuse me or nothing.
Yeah. But you know what? But that's why people say you're a brute beast. See, people think. We're gonna get back to the scriptures. People think Jake culture, because there's always these parodies and shit about the hood culture. There's a pedestalization of the hood culture, am I right or wrong? A nigga ain't nothing but a Jake is a slave to his lower nature. It ain't Eve and a nigga, but we gonna focus on niggas today. So everybody like, all y'all do is talk about Eve. We gonna give special attention to niggas. A nigga ain't nothing but a man that's a slave to his flesh. That's it. But you made a good point. To say excuse me is weak. Jake might say my bad, but Jake can't even say I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you know.
Like, how many Jakes in the club got killed because another Jake stepping on his shoes and not saying excuse me, yeah, my bad. Yeah. Just by saying that, that's using wisdom in this world, man.
The scripture says a soft answer turns away wrath. Right. But you know what I noticed too? When you put Eve in the equation, it's something about the spirit on Eve that make Jake more primitive, make Jake more aggressive. Like he can't look weak in front of Eve. Have you noticed that? Like, is Jake do certain weird shit like that? Cause Eve in the picture, man. You go to a nigga school where it's nothing but Jake and Eve, all them fights be breaking out and all that, cause it's Eve somewhere in the middle of that, man. Right. You know, because Eve, she like that dark shit.
Go get a hyena laugh in the back.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you finish what you got.
Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get. You get that in Genesis, where it says he breathed into Adam the breath of life. Because we were called the sons of God, man. Really, that was being planted the noble vine in the beginning. When the Most High got Adam out of the group of the Adamites, this is gonna be the progenitor of the nation of Israel, which is really Yahushua. You put in Yahushua at that time as Adam, breath of life. He called the law the breath of life. This is what symbolized you. Back when Esau was calling himself a caveman, because a certain select of people that were given the breath of life. And you know what that breath of life did? It made us call the sons of God. Judges! Because the way you know we were judges, because you have to have the laws to judge. So how can you judge if you ain't got the laws? So what were we doing with the laws? What's judging the nations, man?
This is Genesis 2 and verse 7. It said, and the Lord Yahweh shall form man of the dust of the ground, and breathe into his nostril the breath of life.
So there wasn't a wind blow and then something blew into his nostrils. No, it was the laws. And that was originally us being planted a noble vine, man. Okay? And look, that's what got us connected to Yahweh. Obedience to Yahweh got us connected to Yahweh. Us being connected to Yahweh, it made us an advanced nation. Back then, we was the most advanced, or we was the most obedient. Obedience is associated with being advanced as a people. They try to go to school, get college degrees, get the doctorates and the PhDs, but look at your nation. You're not advanced until you're obedient. Like Elder Apostle Paul would always say, you don't need anything else to come. Because when you plug back into your power through the state of being obedient, he's going to elevate you as a nation. You're going to have the wisdom and the science and the skill. That's the perks of being obedient. That's the packet that come with it, man.
They go back to Acts 5 and 32.
This from Theodore Roosevelt. He says a thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than college education.
Thorough knowledge of the Bible, man. It's worth more than, because college doesn't make you wise. It just means you have a good memory. Now, don't get me wrong. You have to go through certain schools to get a skill or a trade. You know, it's hard having a 9 to 5, man. So if you did obtain some type of skill, some type of CDL, that's good for you, man. But college in the sense of this is what's gonna make me smart, no. You got a lot of smart idiots out here, man. You're not educated until you have the law, statutes, and commandments, until you have the knowledge of who you are. Like they say, I guess the 5% is the knowledge of self. This is the knowledge of self, man. You know?
College goes back to the scriptures.
Yeah, you know? Because going back to that school etiquette. Right. Oh, and we could hold that to Isaiah 3rd chapter. Because you're gonna realize that things that the Most High took from a woman, femininity was a craft in itself. So the tinkling of the feet, if you look up some of those words, it's gonna go into a certain type of bracelet that connects one shoe to the other shoe that force a woman to walk feminine. You know? Where do you think this came from? It came from Israel, man. Because a woman's craft was femininity. See, and now fast forward 2024, Only thing a woman has is sexual arousal. That means you failed as a woman. That's why the scripture says a harlot should be counted as what? Spittle. You don't count, man. All right, y'all got it.
Hey, this is real quick. Hey, the second Kings 22 and 14. It says, so Hilkiah the priest, and Iakam and Ekbor, and Shaphan and Asaiah went unto Huldah the prophetess, the wife of Shalom, the son of Tipha, the son of Harhas, keeper of the wardrobe. Now she dwelt in Jerusalem in the college, and they communed with her. And surely the college goes back to our history, man. History of the Israelites. It wasn't what you see in today's time with college. You know, it goes back to the law, statutes, and commandments being taught to our people.
Right, because even I read like in the Middle Ages, college was associated with religion. It was associated with the belief in what they would call God. So it wasn't about debauchery and fun and frat parties, you know, and getting a degree. College, even back then, because guess who really ran colleges depending on what time period? It might have been during the Christian era, it might have been during the Moorish Empire. But both times it was associated with religion, you know?
Look at our football. We taught the Egyptians, you know, astrology, you know, mathematics. You know, so I mean that lets you know that our people were very educated from way back then.
That's right. You go into the Josephus, it tells you Abraham taught the Egyptians about that one God. And it said Abraham, I'm vague now because it's been so long since I read it, but Abraham was wise in like arithmetic and different science. Because it went back to the old time. It went back to Adam. And the knowledge that Adam had passed down to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph. That's how Joseph had that knowledge, man. Everybody big up Egypt, but really we made Egypt great. Make Egypt great again? Yeah, they made Egypt great again, man. You know, Joseph made Egypt great again. They did something, you know?
We the poor, but yet we the biggest consumers.
We're the batteries of every nation. We're the batteries. All right, we're the batteries.
Going back to your, going back to your point about being obeying. This is Acts 5:32. It's saying we are his witness of these things, and so is the Holy Spirit, whom Yahweh Bashar has given them to them that obey him.
Yep.
Holy Spirit, that's what that breath of life. Right. That's what made us become animated. When we became lively again, that's through knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of how God should show. That's why the majority of our people are in that dead state right now. We read Revelation, what's the 11th chapter? It goes to about their dead bodies. You want to get that? Like, no. That's why our people in that dark, decadent, dead state in this time frame, because they're absent of the true knowledge, wisdom, understanding Yahweh Shah. They put out their vibration to the God of this world, Esau Edom. And we already know through the scriptures, he's the man of sin, you know?
God, Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Which dead bodies represent to 2/3 of our people in that dead state. They're absent of the law, statute, commandments, and more so, they absent of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, because if I may add, you lack the energy of your house. Because even niggas that keep the laws, they're still under a dark vibration. You know, Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Where he says represent to America, again, Babylon the Great. You know, so it's spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt. And our people, you look at before time, it was engulfed into those ancient kingdoms. So fast forward to nowadays, as it says Romans 15 chapter, whatsoever things were written before time was written for our learning, our people just doing the same thing all over again in the process called reincarnation. Those some same spirits were back in the wilderness when we left ancient Egypt, partying, having a good time being turned up, and doing the same thing in this spiritual Egypt nowadays. You know?
No, that was it. You still want that Ecclesiastes?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart.
What was the gift? The releasing of slavery, soul train, soul plane, iPhones, Androids, feminism. I think I'm saying it wrong. Feminist movement, women's sexual revolution. That was a gift for women. And you know how they say yourself in one day.
That gift, really, you think about it, started when the serpent gave that to Eve in the garden.
Yeah.
That was that gift. A gift really goes into poison.
Because what was that gift? It was a kingdom. Because look, this is the play. You're going to help me overthrow this nigga. All right? You're going to help me overthrow this nigga. But in return, I'm going to give you a kingdom. You're going to be like a joint heir with me. You know, we're gonna co-run this kingdom. That's why Esau put Eve way up here. I mean, he got so many movies on Netflix about a nigga woman running Africa. You know, what you gonna say, bro? A nigga woman running Egypt. Got Jada Pinkett Smith narrating it. Like Cleopatra, which really she was an Edomite, but her mom was an Egyptian. You know, or she might have been Jake, but she came from. I mean, the mom might have been Jake, but she was, you know, but the dad was. They came from the Ptolemy. They came from that Ptolemy line. But it still pushed it in America. It empowered the Jake woman when she watched stuff like that. But the thing, why did they skip Jake empowerment or Israelite empowerment and just went to a nigga woman empowerment, man?
But most of these shows you see nowadays, it's always a black woman in the lead.
Yep.
And what I love about it, the Most High, about he's mocking them because each time it's such a bad show or movie. You know, Eve losing along with Esau. You know.
Eve is losing. She about to lose big time, man. Because the thing about Eve, you're not actually independent. You just in another man's. You've been liberated in another man's kingdom. So your people have been held captive, and the king of Egypt said, "You're not bound by your man anymore. So you're free to play in this man's playground, man." But guess what? When that power grid gets shut off, you're gonna be out there. Because you're not gonna be under the protection of a man.
That's what brought the so-called black women, really just a lot of women in today's time, they great height of pride. Social media, feminism. So when the lights be unplugged for this place, that's gonna be washed out. It's gonna be discarded. You know?
A lot of that social media you active. But statistically, most of y'all broke. So you're on social media and you kind of amplify yourself. Have you noticed that? Like social media, it's a filter. And it makes you look more attractive than you are. And it seems to have the reverse effects on a lot of us chicks, man. Like if you go on social media, you look lame. I know there's a lot of us, you go on social media, you look, you know what I mean? But Eve go on social media, she popping. And in real life, she about a 6. But on social media, she about an 8. But Jake, man, you go on social media, you got like 2 likes. You know, every picture, 2 likes. It's probably like your auntie and your partner. But Eve, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's her little one. That's her little thing, man. This is her queendom.
And all that's taken away, like you said. I mean, a man of the Most High that's shoveling shit would be more precious to her than anything, because when all this oppression come on, you know, she's not gonna have anybody to turn to.
Well, that sounds like a scripture that says a man should be more precious than
You
gold.
know, right?
Yeah, let's hold that on deck too.
You know, because you know, now is the time that, you know, the Most High is waking up. Is waking up his men, you know, to walk with that integrity. You know, because all these years, what have the white man and Eve done? They have destroyed the integrity of a man. Make him think he's weak. Make him think he's inferior to women. You know, you got a woman that's making 6 figures. You got a man making 5 figures. You know, he feels inferior to her because she makes more money. But it should be it shouldn't be that way. You know, and on the flip side, Esau, if he had a woman in the same way, she gonna bring all the money to him to manage the money. You know, so all of this getting turned on the back, you know, upside down to the right way it needs to be. You know, so the Most High is about to move his hand, and you know, Eve, you're just gonna be left out there if you don't wake up.
And most of you not gonna wake up. We just telling you, hey, we edifying in the spirit, man. Because a lot of us, man, I'd be glad if you don't wake up. Y'all have done so much wickedness, man. I was just telling Captain Shaquai, I was like, man, I was trying to keep the subject on niggas.
Yeah.
But the spirit was like, nah, bring that bitch out, man. Bring her ass out, man. And it's not like we just some callous, hard-bent dudes. It's just reality. You betrayed our nation. Okay, but you get that scripture in Isaiah. A man should be more precious than gold and perish. Hey, the word appreciate, the word precious, is where we get the word appreciate from, or vice versa. Well, like something, huh?
Obviously, we gonna be appreciating that time frame when it comes.
See, part of your self-esteem as a man, your confidence comes from being appreciated. The people in your circle gotta appreciate you, man. So right now, we're not being appreciated by women. As a collective, Jacob's being used by women. You're being used, you know, all right?
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
It says, well, now that goes right into Isaiah 4:1, where it says 7 women shall cleave to 1 man. So now you're going to see that ratio where there's a whole lot more women than men. Niggas going to die in race wars. Niggas going to die in actual wars. Niggas going to die from starvation. All right? Niggas is going to die, man. All right, so the women ratio going to be totally greater than men. So that in itself is going to make the man more precious. What about the neglect man? Who has a shield around him, who's surrounded by a hedge? It might be very plain that he has a chariot hovering over his head, man. Imagine this chaos all around you, and it's Jake walking down the street with a Bible in his hand, all right? Just walking, and he might have a chariot hovering over him, man. That man is going to be precious, man. All right? Water is appreciated in the desert. Water is appreciated in the desert, man.
Should they know who are my chosen? There's gonna be a special type of vibration for the hopefully living these latter times.
Yep.
Also within what's that? Malachi, I want to say. How they want to go to the skirt of a Jew. They're gonna be trying to pull the skirt of a Jew. Say the Most High is with you. You know.
What's gonna be going on to where they're gonna pull on your garment, man? Like, you know? All right.
I got a prime example why old Babylon, these daughters of Edom, Chaldean, you know, we're gonna make you barren naked. You know, you just seen the leader might walk through here. Now her husband went around the camp, but she walked straight through the camp.
And smirked at the sign.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, we ain't tripping off that, you know.
So I meant to say Salaki, those Zechariah. It says Zechariah 8:23, thus said the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that Yehovah Hashem Yahushua is with you.
So what's going to be going on? They're going to be in a state of despair. So they're going to grab your garment, man. You know, it's like, no, Yahweh's with you, man. Because it tells you, if you could get Jeremiah 30:7 where it goes to Jacob's trouble. Okay, get that quickly.
All right, the second Ezra 16:32. And the earth should be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall go full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
It's going to be World War III. There's going to be a military draft. All right, there's going to be race wars. People gonna be dying, man, in mass. All right.
The Lord should be needed.
Yep.
It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars should their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
Their husbands shall perish of famine. So that's why people gonna grab the skirt of and other men gonna be like, oh, you got the alpha though. So whatever group following you, you're gonna be the alpha. You're gonna be the leader, man. Yeah, so we're gonna do the whole alpha male thing. Yeah, we're gonna be alphas in that day. I don't play no damn alpha right now. I'm losing right now. But in that day, I'm gonna be alpha. You know, under Yahweh side. You know. Who's gonna get some before they put in?
Jeremiah 30:7.
Yep.
This is Jeremiah 30:7, the last. For that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Now, really, that Jacob is going into 2/3, man. And we're going to break down why it's really talking about 2/3. We're going to have our trials. We're going to have our close moments, close calls. Really, this is some out of nigga struggle, man. See, all the wickedness you've done after captivity, nigga, you got to pay for that shit. nigga culture comes with a price. Right. You gonna have to that little baby mindset, that little Dirk mindset, the NBA YoungBoy mindset, that the egotistical upper echelon nigga mindset, that bald head no beard mindset, that comes with a price. Right. Adultery culture, robbing culture, finessing culture, is coming at a price. All right, go ahead.
But he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, the elect gonna be saved. And there's a remnant. There's a reason why we're gonna have the word remnant.
Right.
In order for there to be a remnant, that means most motherfuckers gotta die.
Right.
All right.
I want to read that in the NLT.
Let's go.
It said, in all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It shall be a time of trouble for my people, Israel. Yet, in the end, they shall be saved.
The elect shall be saved. Because 2/3 of Jake gonna die. We ain't trying to save the whole nation, brother. Some Jake's cool. We ain't trying to save the whole nation. This is not a Tupac thing. We are not trying to save the whole nation, man. All right. We already know from we already know from the prophecies that 2/3 of our people gonna die, man. Now 1/3 is a big number too, but we're here to wake up the elect. We're not here to pinpoint individuals. We're just here to do our job, man. All right, go ahead. No, you good on that. Y'all have some. All right.
This is Zechariah 13, verse 8. It says, it should come to pass in all the land, referencing to America, said the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein should be cut off and die, but the third should be left therein.
2 parts therein should be cut off and die. All right? That's 2/3 of our people. Oh, that's what I was going to get. If you can hold Isaiah 65, when it says 11, to prepare a table for that troop, you niggas' behavior is preparing a table for martial law, for the stormtroopers, man. These stormtroopers is nothing but the left hand of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Come on, man.
You think about like on social media, these different chicks be doing all that, vulgar dancing and things like that, twerking it. You don't believe these government troops are looking and watching, licking their chops, waiting for that time frame to come. They wait for that moment, man. You know? And you gotta think about with these other nations, especially like these different Gurgle troops or whatever they are, these different migrants that coming over here. So when that time frame comes, they're not gonna have no type of compassion for you Americans.
Right. Because they already look at you as free food. Right. You're the epitome of booty and spoil, man. They look at like, man, they call this just walking down the street. Like, you know?
They're ready for the taking, man.
Ready for the taking, man. A nation that has structure and order, they can't help but to look at the nigga woman like, she's a piece of ass, right? Meanwhile, Jake's singing songs about a nigga woman like, you know? But, will you hold this one, brother? You go ahead, bro.
This is Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it.
Why is she an enemy? Her mindset is not in alignment with your mindset, man. When she, Israelite woman that takes on Western ideologies, that's your op. Specifically a feminist Israelite. When I say Israelite, I mean so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American. By the time that woman get westernized, she's an enemy to her father. She's an enemy to her husband, her family. No man wants this woman to go to college to be a whore. You might, as a westernized man, you probably want your daughter to be independent, but you don't want her to go to college to be a whore. You really don't want your daughter to spend her 45 years of her life not having a baby, chasing a degree in girls' trips. That's your enemy. A woman won't even give you a child. She was aborted before she, no, that's your enemy. Ever since what, 1960, 1970, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman is showing herself to be our enemy, man. When she walks up and down the street half naked, she's showing you rebellion. Right. All right? How about small side by small? She's displaying rebellion. The way a woman's mannerism, a whore is a rebel. She's rebelling from your structure and your leadership. And you'll find out through experience that a woman ain't with you, man. They might like how you look. They might like their stability. They don't give a fuck about you. She's our enemy, man. All right?
Why you say, why the brothers, the elders say your structure, the Most High, he's the head, you got Yahweh Shai, the other Yahweh Shai, who is it? The husband.
Yep.
It's your structure. So we supposed to be their guys.
But yeah, and her actions and behavior is reflective of our actions and rebellion towards Yahweh. He's showing us every day. He was like, this is you. When you look at Keisha, you're looking at you.
Now you know how I feel.
Now you know how I feel. You know? That's how, because that's how that's how we went from the good man Yahweh to degenerate gods, like Canaanite gods, Philistine gods. What did Eve do? She went from being under a good man, the hard-working good man, to what? Chasing the streets, man. What they call it, Thuggo, Pookie and Ray Ray. Those represent the Canaanite gods, man. Inferior gods. All right? You about to make a point, though, brother. Oh, I can't remember.
This is back in Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street.
Because the Most High gonna lift up a standard, man. And it's gonna be trying times where your family might be doing bad. You gotta hold it down, and you making sure you're not getting the jab, man. Not the jab, but the karagma. And it might be trying times to test your integrity, see if you're gonna take that karagma. And your woman might show herself to be an enemy. Because why did the Most High preserve Job's wife? Yeah, because the Most High could have easily took out his wife. But those trials that Job went through, where his family was down, and he had a pestilence, and servants died, and his cattle, he lost his cattle, and he had boils. That also will go into the time of your hour of temptation. Your hour of temptation might be with your woman. Y'all might be in the house. So what your woman say, just get the karagma, nigga. Just get the goddamn nigga shit. Would your God make it that hard to where you finna starve to death and your kids crying?
That's a Siamese spirit saying, curse the Most High.
Curse the Most High and die. Fuck it, if the Most High gonna kill you for getting a karagma, you might as well die on a full stomach. Like, don't die slow. You know? To say, man, you don't know what the spirit is gonna be on that woman to say, man.
It's gonna be.
It never went back into his wife. It never went, and she just cursed the Most High and died. Then he cursed her out.
Did she die soon?
If she didn't die, the Most High showed her in the end, what she missed out on.
Yeah.
How he restored Job back to his original state and basically gave him double of everything, which basically is if you look at it in our terms, is what the Most High is doing with his elect. He's gonna make his man more precious than gold. So what's gonna happen? The black woman's gonna cling to him. Other men are gonna cling to him and say, hey, let us follow you because Yahweh's following you. So just looking at that and speaking as a man.
Because what you just brought out, that's just Eve being Esau a little good soldier, because for Samson and his wife, she was nagging him so much it felt like he wanted to die.
Yeah. I see.
Killing the man through nagging. Go ahead and get it. While we starving, like you were saying,
She was coaxing him. COAX. And that's the strength of a woman. Ironically, the strength of a woman is to make you weak. So she kept using her femininity and her whining. Because really it was like whining.
Right.
But if you love me,
you'll do this.
Yeah. If you say you love me, but if you love me, then like you said, and she was really working with the ops. Because now they call setup females. Yeah. So backdoor queens and stuff. So she was a backdoor queen back then, man. So same thing with our. That's a good point, man. Your woman could straight up work for an agency. There's no thing of the sun, man. Your woman could straight up work for an agency, man.
When you think about it, was evil doing to Adam.
Yeah. She worked for an agency. She was a backdoor queen. That's right. She worked for the ops.
She pillow talked them.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a right there, right there. Right. It was like it was a continuous thing. I got y'all right quick. This is Job 42 and 15. It said, and in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job, and their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. After this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So Job died being old and full of days.
His sons came back. And Job had daughters that were baddies. You know what I'm saying? He had daughters that was baddies, just beautiful women.
And that's saying he was 140 years after the trials.
Yeah.
So he could have been way much older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, he was already, because his kids were grown.
Yeah.
Then men had children late in age already.
Right.
Because Isaac was about 40 he got with Rebecca. So yeah, the ancient world, man. So, but the Most High, his men always won on the latter end.
Right.
This society not meant for us to win. It's set up for us to win in the end. The Most High got it set up to where his sons is gonna win in the end and get the last laugh.
Yeah, I had something you had said earlier. Pretty much the chance, but we're still enjoying it.
Okay, go ahead.
Job 5:17.
Yep.
Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh Shem Yahweh shall correct.
Yeah, we're getting corrected. That's why your money might be low. That's why you have trouble in the flesh with your woman. That's why you have bodily ailments. That's why what else? Spiritual, mental plagues. It's correction from Yahweh. It's a purification process. All right.
Just being patient, seeing how wicked this world is, you still gotta just maintain your integrity, not going overboard with it.
Yeah, think about like after the chastening of Job, like in the end, like say he lived 140 years after that, he was probably like, damn, they really wasn't that long. And he flourished.
And think about it in the end, as the point I was making earlier. I mean, what are the elect gonna get? Eternal life. You know, gonna live forever. And be richer than any nation on the earth. You know, so I mean, what's worse, being rich on this side or being rich on that side?
Hey, why would I don't want to thrive in an inflating kingdom. Like the dollar's inflating.
Right.
One job, you try to take care of your family with one job, man. Nah, man, the dollar's inflating. I don't want to be rich with a weak currency, man.
And be rich in this society, you gotta get pretty much the same thing with every other so-called rich J guy in the society.
Right.
Same, so-called foreign vehicles.
Yeah.
Same women you gotta run through.
Yeah, unfaithful women.
Unfaithful women, like you gotta go through the same stuff. And like look at Lil Wayne or the Young Thugs and anybody like that. Like that's so-called happy within this world, in this society.
If they were happy, they wouldn't deteriorate like
Right.
that.
Like you see Lil Wayne nowadays,
That nigga's whiny. He's whiny, man. Like a raisin, man.
that's the consequences of making the covenant to death.
Right.
Ain't he only in his 30s?
Wayne about 40. Wayne about 40, but that's the nature of making a covenant with death, like you were saying. Satan is gonna lure you in instant gratification. But you're gonna lose it. Right. Feminism, street culture is instant gratification. Biblical Fox, instant gratification. That bitch losing now.
Right.
Y'all say this stuff with Biblical Fox, 60 years old, but the Most High is delayed gratification. But like you said, we're gonna get eternal life.
Right.
And not only are we gonna get eternal life, we're gonna have position in the kingdom. Meaning, we're gonna have lordship. And get that in Baruch, where it says Baruch like 2 and 30 something, where it said, and they're gonna be lords over it. We're gonna be lords, man. See, only reason why Jake winning in this side because he's just like Daddy Esau. Esau was a nigga. Esau was Pookie and Ray Ray. You know? So if you live like your daddy, you would have it easier in his kingdom. But if you live contrary to Esau, Edom, you live righteously, you're gonna have it hard. But that's why the scripture says what? Better is a poor man with his integrity.
I was just gonna say, like, to strive in this society, like what a lot of these high up athletes and rappers and stuff, you gotta, if you want to flourish, you gotta compromise your integrity.
Yep. Now, hey, like you Lil Uzi Vert got a new skirt on. He signed with some little designer label, clothing line, got like a new skirt with man.
Basically, what that goes back to, you got to lose your connection to the Most High.
Yep.
You know, in order to be rich and famous in this world, you have to lose that connection. And who wants that? And now all these celebrities are finding out there's no greater end for them.
Wait a minute, was that not an Esau move?
Right.
Was Esau was like, man, what's his birthright to me? Nigga? Give me the food.
Right.
And that's the nigga. That's the 2/3 nigga. Like, what's a kingdom? Like, what's in the Israel? Like, what's the greatness in that? I'll give him my record deal. You know?
That's crazy. So Esau, he was in that spirit of instant gratification.
Yeah.
He wanted right there and there.
Yep.
So he laid out that same type of vibration upon 2/3 of our people.
Right.
That's why Yahweh Shah told us wicked Jews, you are your father in the devil.
That's right.
So that's why the majority of our people, they sell out fast. They want that microwave success.
They want that microwave success. Fast food outcome.
And I can think, just going back to what you said, I can think about it, you know, Jake talking to Esau telling him, well, your father's been feeling asleep. You know, you might as well take this deal. You know, where are they? You know, and there was another scripture that I had. I can't think of it now. If it come back to me, I'll bring it out. But, you know, that's what coerced them to take that, to break that covenant with the Most High, to lose that connection.
We think about our forefathers, like we really have a legacy of integrity.
Right.
Like Jacob, he literally wrestled an angel.
Right.
Until when his thigh was out of place.
Yeah.
Right. He touched it and knocked it.
Yep.
You go to some local.
Right. Back on what you had said. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, and he shall exalt you in due time.
So this society right here, they don't teach about humility. They tell you about pride. Be proudful. Be arrogant. This is that type of a self-sustaining type of society. As far as like pride, we say pride goes before a fall. A haughty spirit.
It said in due time, what? Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
It's gonna come, but not when not now.
Right.
Not now. He had for you later is in the oven. Esau wanted to eat it raw. He wanted it raw. He wanted it now. He wanted it in his hand.
That'd be the best type of food, man. You just like simmers,
Hey.
go ahead. I'm just saying, like, man, the spices, do their thing and stuff like that.
Bro, you sit it in the refrigerator overnight first, let the spices marinate, and then you cook it another 8 hours. Or you had that meat that's been in a crock pot. Yeah. Not that hungry man dinner that Esau sell our ass. Nah, that pot roast that's been in a crock pot. Hey, brothers had them turkey legs probably sitting in the oven for a day, man. Falling off the bone, man. Quality takes time. Quality takes time. Quality takes time, man.
Perfection takes time.
Perfection takes time, man. All right? But,
I got Baruch 2:34.
okay, you got it.
This book of Baruch 2:34. And I will bring them again in the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers,
Jerusalem. Yeah.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yep.
And they should be lords of it.
And they should be lords. See, you know why niggas all want to rap and play sports? They want status. They want position. They want power. I had Jake tell me back in the day, he was like, man, these why I started playing football when you was a girl. Take on position. Most of us grew up in an Israelite world, like in a nigga world. Take all deep down inside. They want that admiration. They want to be admired. So they do all this stuff to be somebody on this side, man. Go ahead, bro.
Now, listen, because Jake knows inherently because the women in general, they have that hypergamous type of vibration on them.
They know they got to be the big dog to
They
get
got
the
to.
females.
You think about it, high school, what did the so-called cheerleaders, who they wanted at the time? The quarterback, the star football player, the basketball player.
Hey, Duntavius. And the girl yelling in your ear,
Right.
hey, Duntavius. Like,
Right.
damn, Keisha.
You don't see everybody, calling out for the band players and everything like that. Not to, look down upon them, but they wanted that star football player, basketball player, track player.
The warrior.
Yeah.
The alpha.
That's that hypergamous type of vibration.
Yep. Yep, that's why Eve share baby daddies and all that stuff, man. And Eve take the cake, she take that trophy for hypergamy.
Yeah.
Like she goes straight off instinct. I speak as a man, but my assessment, Eve tapped into her instincts like a motherfucker. True. All right. Can you read it again? Read that words over it.
So this is Baruch 2:34, and I will bring them again to the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they should be lords of it.
The Most High is going to give us status and position. When you first come into this truth, you hear about 1,000 wives and concubines, but as you get seasoned, man, I don't really desire that as much. Like, that's cool. I ain't gonna turn it down, but I want that status. I want that position, man. You want slaves. You want jurisdiction. What did Mufasa tell Simba? All that you survey, Simba, belongs to us. It's something to that effect. All that your eyes survey.
Everything the light when the sun touches.
Yeah, the details, but love it.
There might be something in the kingdom. You got a house sitting up on your hill somewhere. You wake up to a harp in the morning, you get to look out on your balcony, you look out in the open field.
Yeah, man. And then, hey, speaking of hills, that heart might echo off the mountain. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. And you know what? Like the elder brother Yashima was breaking down last week. The Most High got all type of vibrations from nature to heal you. So the birds carry a vibration. All right, the planet Earth, it pulsates at a vibration of like 7 something megahertz, 7 something hertz. Earth itself has a vibration. But the birds chirp with a vibration. The vibration, it heals your mind.
It's just like you go outside in the morning, like it's early in the morning, you might be off work, and the sun might be rising. You go outside and listen to the birds, you're like, damn, it's alright right here.
It isn't just me, but when the sun rises in the morning, it sort of fulfills your spirit.
Yeah. Native Americans, they used to do that.
Right, what's
They
that?
used to pray. They'll get up early in the morning before the sun rises. They'll pray, and they'll just like meditate.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good time.
Yeah.
And then it'll like start your morning off in like a little bud.
Yeah.
From my bedroom, I can see the sun rising. I started leaving my blind like crack.
Yeah.
I can see that like when the sun come up, it'd be like orange and purple and shit. I get up just to look at it. Sometimes.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful sight. The Most High, and He's the first author of beauty, man.
Right.
And He only did it for the nation of Israel. He put us in these bodies. He originally wanted us to enjoy the planet. Right. He originally wanted us to enjoy women, having families. He originally wanted us to enjoy the fruit that came from the trees, the aroma of the flowers. Hey, this was really supposed to be paradise, man. But we have a bad tenant right now, a bad landlord right now.
Slumlord.
A slumlord, man. Right?
Hey, this
A niggard.
Right. And this Nahum 3 and 1. It's a woe to the bloody city that's referencing to America. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not.
Who's the prey that departed not? The 12 tribes. Gas still on the reservations, bro. Jake's still in the hood, or they trying to. When they go to the suburbs, Esau move out that motherfucker. We still here.
Right.
Remember that scene on Minister Society? When Ken was talking to the teacher in the classroom, he said the hunt is on. You know, you ought to play.
Yeah, and the way Esau is, the scripture says in Genesis, Esau's a cunning hunter. A real hunter, man, when it comes to deer, he got trapping deer to a science. He got surveillance cameras in his territory. He got camouflage. He got artificial piss. He got fake deer sounds. Like, he really tapped into it. You go into these inner cities, there's surveillance cameras. All right. He got informants. All right. He has drugs. He has everything to trap you, man. He has a system really called canned hunting. Canned hunting is when all your prey is in a confined space, so it's easy to trap you, man. That's why he put you in these condensed environments, man. It's easy to fucking trap you, man.
And it'll be the same people that they go out in the wild and stumble across a tiger or something. They be trying to put the tiger down. Like the tiger ain't where it's supposed to be. Like, you intruding on their damn territory.
You intruding on their territory. Esau turns you to an animal just to hunt you. That's why he has the little dirt archetype, the chief chiefs, the NBA young boy, the little baby. He's turning you into the thing that he wants to hunt. All right?
Verse 2, the noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots.
Yep.
So like we were just going to earlier, like that's the best time to wake up, like really early in the morning before you get that so-called 8 o'clock traffic, you know, all that type of noise. That's how you know America is Babylon. There's a whole lot of confusion, all the jumping chariots, which goes into all these different like vehicles, 8 o'clock traffic, things of that sort. So it's very peaceful when you wake up in the morning time and really nobody's up around 5 o'clock in the morning time like that.
It's something spiritual about the hours of like 5 or 6, and I believe there's something spiritual about sunset. Elam knows. They go walking in the morning, and they definitely go walking in the evening. It's an Easter thing, man. These jobs be throwing us off balance.
Right.
But just to walk around, like you might not be able to catch that sunrise, but I'm willing you can catch that sunset, man. Walk around your neighborhood if it's safe enough. You know what I mean? Maybe get a plant or two inside your house, man. The earth is the treasure. The earth, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Everything is active during that time. Because you wake up, you become active. You get ready to go to sleep. You think about the kids. Kids get active in the early mornings, late evening. That's when they bite the most. You know, what about nocturnal animals? That's when they come out. You know, it's sunset. You know, and other animals do they hunt during the early morning, late afternoon. So it's just the vibration, like you're saying, that the earth gives off. That's the perfect time, a perfect sunset. Right? What is the best time to take the coffee? Early morning, late evening. Doing those, what they call it, crescent times, I believe is what it's called. Okay.
Well, I didn't know that, but it seems when you break it down, the earth, it gives a daily harvest. You got like seasonal harvest, but it seems in the morning time, that's when the earth gives her daily harvest. You just break it down to fish,
Right.
you know, flowers blossoming and stuff. The earth has her daily harvest, like it's giving in the morning, you know?
think about it, the dew. The earth has dew early in the morning, so it's being watered. You know, which is giving it life.
That's the Howard's sprinkler system. They do, you know, natural sprinkler system. Yeah, because you don't want to cut grass first thing in the morning because that dew gonna make the grass golden hour 5:30 to 9, 8 or 9 p.m. That's interesting. That dew gonna make it hard to cut that grass, man. All right, brother, go ahead. They had precepts.
So back in Baruch 2 and 34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it.
Because you got the Ben Ami set with Israel, right? They went into Israel, right? But they had to go through Amalek. They got planted in a nuclear zone. They were not lords of it. Because the timing was off.
And they had become part of their military.
Yep, they had to become part of the military. They had the casualties like that. All right? So,
And obviously those are the results when you do things by your own might.
yeah.
You know, instead of being still.
And those are easy out.
That's right.
That's why King David said, what? Wait on me. That's right. Well, we really talking about Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh, because we need, like you said, we need those, what do you refer to it? Reinforcements? Squat team?
Right.
We need those reinforcements. We need a deliverer. Right. There's no man strong enough to deliver us except Yahweh Shai. See, when Yahweh Shai, then what Yahweh Shai is not just going to deliver us, he's going to destroy the adversary. Right. It's all about destroying the adversary. And as a matter of fact, get that, is it Sirach 36? You can see, right, make the time short, remove the adversary. You have to remove the adversary. You can't build no nigga Wall Street. You can't make Jake Bread again. You can't make 100 black men of America. You can't make the black woman your queen. None of that's gonna work. First, you have to remove the adversary. See, and we cannot remove the adversary. Verse 8. Okay. All right, go ahead, brother.
All right, actually I'm going to start at 7. It said, rise up indignation and pour out wrath, take away the adversary and destroy the enemy.
Take away the adversary. Yahweh Shai is going to take away the adversary, man. That's what Isaiah 63 was about. Who is this? It's coming from Edom.
That's right, brother. The greatness of this.
You know what he was doing? Taking away the adversary. Revelation 19 chapter. Take away, and we're going to get Revelation 19:12, man. And we got that in us, man. As time progressed, we get a little anger built up in us, a little rage in us. At first, we was like young lions and we was excited every week. But now I noticed we got like a slow cooking rage, man. We waiting on Big Brother to come, man.
Hey, you think about Yahweh Shai, when he comes back, what he say he's going to do? He's going to let out a cry. Like a travailing woman. That war cry when you see here, like the so-called Native Americans, that's what Yahweh Shai is going to do before Heavenly Father Yahweh gives them that green light.
He's been waiting 2,000 years to vindicate himself, man. 2,000 years to get his lick back, man. That's right. And he a Judite.
Go
ahead, brother.
But now, I have this this commentary on the Holy Scriptures. Pretty old book, this particular one. But basically, they say when you go into the image of Yahweh Shai in Revelation chapter 1, they say, we know the Lord. He literally has white woolly hair. But they say his hair represent purity, and they say his eyes. The reason why they red because it's indignation against sin. You know what I'm saying? Like his righteous anger against sin, you know?
And who embodies sin? The nation of Edom, man.
It's a man of sin.
You're the, whew. Say it again, brother.
The man of sin.
You're the man of sin, my nigga. See, one of your goals was to make you like us. Like when you're a psychopath like that, because what you did, you made a degenerate move. All right, when Jacob made you sell your birthright, you said, what good is your birthright for me? You made a low-life move. But you have to judge now in your cycle. You have to make us like you. All right, go ahead.
Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
That's why I said Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. And one of the definitions of plain is like morally superior. And you, pursuant to Wisdom of Solomon 2, you present us for that. Some brothers never smoke, man. But when brothers used to smoke, you ask your partner like, hey bro, you smoke? He's like, nah. And you kind of make you feel like shit a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like Jacob telling Esau like, nah, we don't see him around here. Jacob feel like shit, man. I mean, Esau feel like shit. You know? When somebody got more discipline than you, it kind of make you feel a little, you know?
That proved that Edom always envied Jacob.
Yeah.
You know, it was always a thing of envy. You know?
Hey, well, you go to a gym. This nigga got tanning salons in the gym. He'll say you tanning lotions. You envy us on every strata, the physical and the spiritual. But you created sin culture to show the Most High. See, he's a nigga like me. He's a low life like me. He eat pork. But it's you. You're a natural. That's why I said the wicked are estranged from the womb. We're righteous from the womb. You're making us accept alphabet agenda. You're making us accept the nigga agenda. You're making us accept the lesbian agenda. You're making us accept the horror agenda. But by default, we're not like that, man.
It's the book
By
Isaiah
default, we're not like that, man. You're like that. Your woman is a freak.
I create a new heaven.
You're the beta.
I create
You're the nigga.
new heaven
You're the street
and a
nigga.
new
But
earth.
your streets is the different countries. You go to different countries here in licks. Under European colonization, under hegemony, under what do you call it? Democracy. It's another one too, like global police or something like that. That's nigga that you hear licks.
Shall not be
What was the Middle East about? Getting the oil? That's in the lick. Going to America, set up a railroad system to get the gold, set up from the West Coast. Hit the lick. You about hitting them licks, boy. You got it, brother. I know you know this. You know? Because we're gonna go back to Sirach 36 and 8, was it? Let's go back, go to the point where it said Babakashah, make the time short. We're gonna start from there and read down, man. Yeah.
So back in Proverbs 12 and 26, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
So you gotta deconstruct the image that Esau has of you.
Right.
You won't put on a basketball player, a rapper, an army nigga, a college nigga, still nigga. No, you're an Israelite. You're a son of Jacob, man. You're a son of Jacob, man. And if you don't return to your source, you'll forget who you are. Remember, if you don't, and you know, you'll deal with that as a man. If you're not constantly tapping into, that's why you gotta do weekly lessons. You gotta do lessons little week. You gotta,
And daily too.
yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, just to.
Well, I'm saying, I was like, through the week, link up with brothers.
Yeah.
That's how you get your power back.
Yeah.
We in jail, nigga. Don't you know in jail you get institutionalized? You can forget who you are. They did an experiment, the Connecticut experiment. They did a movie on the experiment starring Forrest Whitaker called The Experiment. And they had college students. They split them in half. This group is gonna be the jail security. This group is gonna be the prisoners. Keep in mind, they were just acting. 2 weeks into it, they got institutionalized. Security was beating the niggas. Niggas getting sodomized by security. Like niggas really thought they was prisoners. So if they got caught up in an experiment for 2 weeks, how much more are we caught up in an experiment for 400 years, man? Remember who you are, man.
And you got ITR and them, Nazariah, when they was on the scene talking about America's a failed experiment. Shit, this experiment worked.
That shit worked.
It worked, and it's still working.
That's why they made the movie Get Out, starring Jordan.
Exactly.
Well, directed by Jordan
Jordan
Peele.
Peele, yeah.
And like the other Apostle Hart said, the camera zoned in on that black lion. That's you!
So did, bro.
That's you!
Yep.
Then they had that Jake, the actor with the big eyes. He was in the sucking place.
Yeah.
That's you!
But be glad.
We're in the sucking place.
And that was like
Because
for behold,
the different philosophies, we're drunk off his philosophies.
Basically, Jake is under mind control.
He's under
You know,
mind
Because
control.
they spoke about the coagulant. You know what I'm saying? It's basically dealing with mind control. You know,
We're under sorcery, man.
sorcery. Yeah.
MK Ultra.
That's it, bro.
MK Ultra.
That's it.
Jake is fucked up. You think all those different movements was mind control movements for the psyche of Jake? That's why I believe they made the book called Frankenstein. That was you. When you read the book, because the Most High put the spirit on me to read it through a summer reading. I had to read the book Frankenstein going into my senior year. And the book was about a scientist named Frankenstein, who on a college campus created a monster. And and you know how he made the monster? Through science and witchcraft. And somehow the monster escaped the college laboratory and he left the college laboratory and went on his own. And he started to watch humans. And he started to read what they read. And he really found out that I'm smarter than the humans. I'm more superior than the people that made it.
That's Jake, bro.
You're the
I
Frankenstein.
have to get that book.
You're the Frankenstein. You're the Frankenstein.
Yep.
You know what other book I had to read that year?
What?
1984.
Oh shit.
2 books the Most High put it on us to read, man.
Yeah.
But you're the Frankenstein. You're under MK Ultra. You're under MK. What do you think street culture is? Why do you think they keep making these little babies and little Dirks and little Uzi Verts? Why do you think they keep making the little Kims and the Glorrillas and Sexy Reds? You're the little That's not natural. That's not natural in Earth's natural habitat to be like that. Tattoos all over your face, going off impulse. A Frankenstein is a Jake that's just a slave to his lower nature. You have no principle. What is it that makes you so divine? You have the power to discipline your flesh and your lower nature to the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what makes you a son of God. That's what makes the other nations envy you like Esau Edom. A lowlife envies a righteous man. Even a nigga that, you remember that movie Paid in Full? And Mitch, uncle, was a little heroin addict. But Mitch, although he was a drug dealer, he had a certain get up and go about himself like he was doing something with his life. And how did his uncle look at him? Resentful, envy, money making Mitch. He got all the money. He got all the money. That's how Esau look at us like, look at Yahweh's favorite son. Look at it's hatred. It ain't no, it's envy, man. The envy of the devil. The envy of the devil, man. He envied you in that garden. Like, oh, the Most High got him set up. Oh, he got Adam set. He got, hey, what your cousin said? Oh, you look good. Oh, you look real good. You saw that aura on you. Like, you doing good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so the serpent envied Adam. This all goes back to the serpent envy Adam, and the serpent trying to turn you into the serpent to get what you inherently supposed to have, which is the birthright. I'm trying to turn you to me so the Most High can choose me over you. A nigga is a perfect example. Like you said, a nigga is the experiment work. We woke up from that Frankenstein state. A nigga did.
Wake up from it.
He didn't wake up.
Right. And if America was a so-called failed experiment, then why limitations 2:15 exist? By how the enemies they clap their hands and say we'll swallow up Jerusalem.
Man, they toasting the glass every day.
Right. They call us what, the Jordans of the whole earth. So they see us in this decadent state. These other nations, they happy.
The moment they got a nigga to wear a skirt,
Oh man, bro.
I know they had to do a little private party going on, man. Go ahead, let's go. Let's
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth is also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, the earth is defiled because of the inhabitants on top of the world. You fucked the earth up. What do you call a slumlord? Not a landlord. A slumlord. You horrible. You took the 9 wonders of the world and turned it into a cesspool. This is what you did to the earth. Not just physically, but morally. When you watch X-Men, was it Apocalypto?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. The Apocalypto was like, no more systems. Because your systems that you use to run the world, they suck. They're trash. Look at the mindset of the people. It's not set up to win. The average human is the average earthling is designed to live 120 years. Easily. 100 years easily. Now you got little pockets on earth where they barely doing that. But the rest of the world, you're stuck on medicine after what, 30? So from the time you're 30 to 75, you're going to be stuck on his medication. And the only reason why he's doing that because it's passive income for him. Keep you alive off meds for 20 years till you drop dead, man. All right?
Because they have transgressed the laws.
See, it's laws of the land. It's house rules. When the Most High puts you in a position of power, you gotta follow them house rules, baby. It's a manual already for this, man. You get a car, you open up the glove compartment, it's a little manual book how to maintenance that car. There's a manual book how to maintenance the planet Earth, man. It's called the laws of King Mashah. The laws of Yahweh Bahasham Hamashai. All right?
That's proof. Like for every nation that came into power and that failed, there was no excuse because the Lord left instruction.
Yep, he did.
You know, like you say, he left that owner's manual.
What's that? Wisdom of Solomon 6? You kings that desire rulership.
That's it.
The laws is there. But like one example that freak came into power, Alexander the Greek. And they showed him conquering lands in the movie Alexander, right? And they showed him going to like Elam. They had those little cross dressers. He was looking lustfully, yo. Yeah. You know? Then he had Roxanne, that's to give his air, but he had his side nigga with him, like the other, I forget, Archimedes or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like, it was weird, but that was the beginning of that real freaks running. Don't you understand that our frame of reference in the world is based off the Greeks? Like the call Ethiopia go back to the Greeks, and the call of this animal, this, it go back. Our language and our way we think goes back to the Greeks. Just from Esau, Alexander said, monkey, Indian. You know, whether it was Alexander or Christopher Columbus, either one of them, y'all go back to Esau, Edom. But there was a world before their world.
Yeah, because you list all these different philosophers and different wise men in Edom. Pretty much, even when you go to college, you know, for brothers and sisters that went to college, you know, the way they set up curriculums and what they teach you is as if Esau, like, it's based off the principles that Esau Edom was always in power. But like you said, they weren't always in power though. You know?
There was a world before your world. So when you read Job 9:24, this was from the perspective of a so-called black man. When you read Genesis, when it said Esau came out red, this was in a world where everybody had melanin. Yeah, right. Go ahead, Elder, because I can't really cut you off.
Oh no, this is okay. Yeah.
Change the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And as you were saying, they forcing us to accept all this defiled and all wicked things, these degenerate things like this. That's not Jake nature, you know.
Because really, like a child's tablet, that's the sorcery, man. You give a child a tablet because you gotta have your downtime, you gotta de-stress, you give them a tablet. But the shit they watching,
Yeah, brother.
the shit they watching, man. And even if you watch a freaking Disney movie with them, now there's an LGBTQ actor in the Disney movie. The cartoon character is Alphabet Gang. See, our generation, I grew up in the 90s. I was, you know, you find out that there was a lot of sexual messages subliminally in it. But now it's more like LGBTQ messages in it, intentionally, and it's not covert anymore. It's overt, man. So Gen Zers and the generation after Gen Zers, they're gonna have a whole more Babylonian mindset than us. They're gonna be even more drunk off the mind of Babylon, man.
We had school last week. It's like a giant book.
Yeah.
When they came out recently, they got like an LGBT guide for K-12 teachers. So they don't want people like us because, you know, we in the spirit and the vibration of the Yahweh Shah. So they want the children because they're more impersonal. They feel like they can easily influence these children, culturate them into this NWO setup.
Yeah, and like the age for programming, what's it like between the ages of 1 and 7?
Yeah.
You know,
I think it was what's their feast? It's like not a Roman Catholic feast, but red and black. That type of feast. Rosicrucian. It was a particular guy that said, if you want to teach any child anything, do it before he turns 7. Like if I want to program a man, I tell him everything before he turns 7. So to the effect.
So what Esau did on the right hand side, the Most High told us in Proverbs 22:6, not mistaken, train up a child as he should go. That's on the right hand side by instructing children with the law, statutes, and commandments. But Esau does everything on the left hand side, so what he's doing, train up a child in his way to that westernization, the subcategories on the westernization,
Right.
black culture, feminism, LGBT movement, you know, and the list goes on. Ultimately, it's Satanism.
Satanism.
You know? So everything that he's doing, he's pushing for his agenda for this NWO is anti-Yahweh Shah. That's what it all boils down to. Yep. So like this back in Proverbs 12 and 26, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. And once you look up the word seduce, it goes into to attract or lead someone away from proper behavior and thinking.
Because now you don't hear about Jake being a prophet. But when you in school and you grew up in the nigga world, at some point in life, you're gonna become conscious that you speak correct English. At some point in life, you're gonna become conscious that you wear your pants up your head. You're gonna become conscious that you don't have any tattoos. You're gonna become conscious that if I don't act like a nigga, kind of blank. But who seduced you into thinking of it? You don't think he understands mind control and how influence works and how peer pressure works? If the female will gravitate to this type of thing, I want to get some. I gotta be like this.
and it's so heavy that shows like it goes back to the garden. You know, because you know, dealing with the godly line of Adam, beginning with Adam himself, who's Yahweh Shai, you know, Adam and his wife Eve, they only knew righteousness. That's why I say that they were naked, they didn't know it, because they was ignorant to the left-hand side. So the way the wicked seduceth them, you know, that's where you get, you know, the serpent, man, and the serpent seed today. You know, it's showing you that this is all repeating itself. It's like, you know, pretty much most brothers have came to the conclusion, with a small exception of a few, the majority of Eve forget about them, man. You know, the majority of Eve, you could just cut them out the picture, but because going back to the garden, you know, it really makes sense because it all, it's being fulfilled, man. You know, it's showing you the Lord really is starting everything all over with a small number, man. You know, because the majority of people, they're too far gone.
You know, something that Elder Manatazak said in the New York camp, he said this probably a decade ago. He was like, man, we're going to be getting young girls and young women over there in the Middle East. If we ever get destroyed, we're going to be getting young women from the Middle East. I also believe, shit, if we're going to be in the Brazil area after America destroyed, probably going to rebuild with a lot of northern people in the wilderness. The wilderness, man. But an American woman, too far gone. Now, we're going to get women from outside of Western thought, man. You're too far gone, man. You got little kids 3 and 5 years old singing that Sizzle and Sexy Red song. Shake that ass, bitch. Let that coochie breathe. And they put it on TikTok. Yeah, like 5 years old is on TikTok. Stanky, 5 years old on TikTok. So if that little child 5 years old is singing that shit, by the time they're 18 is over with.
So can you picture this generation, which is Generation Z, be grandfathers and grandmothers? This got to be the last generation.
And Z,
You know?
yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just look at the level of decadence, you know, the level of moral decline, immorality, indecency. You know, you look at all that combined within Babylon the Great. This can't keep going on. So that's why this has to be the last generation. It has to be. It's going to be. We believe that through the Spirit. This has to be the last generation. But how much worse is it going to get?
Well, yeah, like some call it Generation Z, which in the Hebrew it means a weapon or Zion, and then some say Generation X was the thought. It still represents the end. Either way, it's the end, man. You know, like some elder, you know, Zahab said a while back, this is a generation that can't reproduce itself. That's how you know it's the end, man. Because now it's completely normal. You know, back in the day, you hear, you know, certain older Jakes said back in the day, men used to hide that behavior. Women used to hide the behavior. As far as, you know, being with the same sex. Now that's the norm. Now we looked at it as being weird.
That's why they call you in the closet or coming out the closet.
Yeah.
But it was hiding.
They was hiding now. But it was Pride, was it Pride Month now?
Yeah, it is Pride Month right now. And you know what? Go ahead, bro. Make a point. No, the average woman is like the average Gen Zer. A lot of them are straight up lesbians. Straight up. Like she's 18, 20. You know, yeah, she got a man, but she'll bring it up like, yeah, this is my girlfriend. It'll be a straight up stud. Like the average Gen Zer is a straight up stud. And we find out that a lot of millennial women that's our age, they low key gay with their besties. They low key gay with their besties. But a lot of Gen Zers, they just straight up got in a relationship with a woman like it's regular, man. You know? And then we found out a lot of niggas that we grew up with, word of mouth was like that was low key, LG, you know what I'm saying, gang banging, alphabet gang banging. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I was just going to back up Elder Kazaka and his statement. You know, during my era, I saw that, you know, because in high school, you know, that's when a lot of them started coming out. And I have to admit, you know, being on the football team, you know, that was part of the initiation. You had to go out with a certain group. You had to beat up the square. I mean, beat up the LGBTQ. You know, so we
You had a good generation.
yeah.
Well, you know, I went to 2 high schools, right? The first high school, Wingfield in the hood, man, they jumped the alphabet dude. But it Murrah, that nigga, that type of nigga was popular, man. It just, yeah.
Who wildly accepted them when they came to the school? Eve, bro.
Yeah.
It's always been Eve, man. When you see a Jake, you know, have those type of, ways, who gonna accept them when they come to the school? It's gonna be Eve.
If you think about it, because Eve is another Edomite, they got some Eve, who that's how you know what type of spirit somebody got in them, based on what they have around them. Right. Eve, like, I'll let y'all answer that. So who does Eve surround herself by? Like, what type of dudes does Eve surround herself? Street dudes, LGBTQ dudes, and that's it. And other demonic females. So there's other demonic, wicked, sneaky females street dudes and LGBT. Now, being as normal, you virtually don't exist. Unless you know what I mean?
Unless you down and out, you still need the rebound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a high commodity.
You know, you got exceptions.
Yeah, I mean, you got physical attraction. I mean, it's not like, hey, we're not celebrating unless Brother Tiffany somebody like us. But in general, typically, you know, Eve, she surrounds herself by Pookie and Ray Ray and LGBTQ. You know?
That vibes with her energy.
The demonic energy in her is because like attract like. That's real talk. Like attract like. All right?
This Proverbs 4, so the verse 13. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Let's go to wisdom. That's where you get wisdom with Sophia. Yeah. Verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. Here's the point. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. It goes into Esau the way he seduced the world. And more so, he seduced our people to be really like him. So therefore, he can be able to be the accuser of our brother, as it says in Revelation 12 chapter.
You find out part of that seduction, right, goes into underlying beliefs. Something is inculcated in you because you're a child. By the time you start a certain age, it's like a second nature belief system. Like propaganda is mind control. How we always going to breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Or you need meat always is protein, or what's another one like? Just you need to eat 3 times a day. Those are the one I always do. But we all believe that because it was inculcated in us. So different philosophies that Esau propagated to us, he did it over and over again to this part of your subconscious.
Happy wife, happy life.
Because going back to program with somebody before the age of 7, the first 7 years you're malleable and you're impressionable. You know what happens after the 7 years? How you program somebody? Through repetition. So after the age of 7, you program it through repetition.
That's it.
You know?
For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Yep.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And wine is going to that Babylon wine. You know? Now we go into about the different ingredients, those toxic ingredients into that Babylon wine. Feminism, westernization, to the LGBT movement, like anything that's dealing with anti-Yahweh Shema Shah, that's all going into that Babylon wine. That really has caused our people to be spiritually intoxicated. That's why you see our people in that type of shape that they are in today's times.
Because your ideologies create your mindset. Your mindset dictates your actions. So being in Babylon is the reason why Jake is eating abominable filth. Jake is an adulterer, an adulteress, an idolater, a thief. Because you've adopted a mindset that dictates your actions, and your actions are contrary to Yahweh Bahashai. It's contrary to your father, man.
So that's why Jake in this time frame they associate so well with the sin culture. That we brought it up.
Yeah.
You know? Because Esau knows at the end of the day, according to Romans, it goes into about the wages of sin is death. So that's our kryptonite as a people. He knows we're the superhumans, the super people of this world. So what is our kryptonite, our weakness? By breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. So he come up with these devices, tactics or whatever how you want to call it, to keep us from Yahweh Bashim Shah. It's all about that connection. But what Esau factored out, what he didn't realize is that you have elect that's going to come after the mindset of Yahweh Bashim Shah within these latter times. The majority of our people, they already spiritually compromised. They already gone, they already taken, they already accept the image of the beast. So very soon with the MOTV be fully implemented, they're going to fully accept it. And you have the ones right now, which are going to the elect of the nation of Israel, not going to bow down to the music.
It's heavy because they pretty much made an Esau Edom system. They made it his image. You know, made it his his system. But they conformed to his image, man. We've been conformed to the image of Yahushua. You know, we just land back, his point. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yeah, it's like a frat party, right? With a bunch of guys, right? Come on, man. Nah, just a couple shots, man. Then he got you to take a shot after a shot after a shot. He got you wilding out. Now he's taking pieces of you. He's taking pieces of you, man. He'll send it to your employer. That's what Esau did, man. he got to take a shot after shot. His philosophy, and he said, "Just send me back to your house."
That's why he's called the accuser of our brethren.
Accuser of our brethren.
We look into where accuser goes into like a category. We want to categorize us as, you know, just being pretty much just niggas.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, but like the average J comedian got jokes about that, saying like, never get drunk around so-called white people.
Yeah.
You know, because like what they'll do to you. But it's spiritual, because like that's really cursing them out in the scriptures.
Right.
You know?
We got drunk around so called. They got us drunk. And they got us. Now they're showing us to the heavenly Father. Like you went into, man, they created the pop image. Don't you understand? Hip hop was created to get us the transgression that how we buy some
Thug life.
Thug life, man. Because why did you destroy right before thug life in the street culture? You attacked masculinity in the nation. To be a man was a bad for a so-called black woman. Well, let's get the man of the household. But then you created a new image that was more acceptable to you, and that's the thug life. Now it's beyond that. It's the thug LGBTQ. So either you a degenerate street nigga or you LGBTQ. But we gotta get that masculinity out the picture, man. And there's an invisible force. It's a satanic force moving through our women to attack your masculinity, to neutralize it, man. Esau does it on a systemic, economic, and social, cultural level, but our enemy Eve, she does it on a interpersonal level, man.
To keep Jake as a little damn boy. You know, it's like you brought up all them different archetypes, these different rap niggas, a baby this, a little that.
Yeah.
To keep Jake as a little fucking boy, man.
Little boy culture.
Yeah, little boy culture, bro.
He fused those two negative cultures, like you said, with the thugs, then with the LGBT, with thug missions.
Yep.
But he fused those two types.
Yeah, because now it's basically both.
It is. It's confused, man.
God damn it.
Going back to what you said earlier, I can see that peer pressure during my time. What would you call it if you didn't smoke a cigarette? You know, like we standing around, y'all like take a hit, take a hit. You would call it square. You know, and so you know, and that just transitioned and morphed into other names now, and you know, Eva picked up on that and used that. You know, back in high school, you know, you were square. You know, look at that square. You know. So therefore, you start wanting to be with the crowd. So you try to conform to them.
Yeah. But then, like what y'all was saying before I came down, just to the in the car, look at how people hit the wall, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you giving heed to the peer pressure. You know, I heard Jake, notice I talk about Bill Fox. She hit the wall. You know what I'm saying? And Jake is hitting the wall, man. You know?
Yeah, because culture hit the wall.
Yeah.
Culture hit the wall.
The American dream has hit the wall.
American dreams hit the wall. They all on a wall like this.
Yeah. That's why Jake coming more out to the social media saying that, hey, I was taught the right way, go to school, you know, get good grades, work hard. Come to find out, you more in debt than you was ever before. Right. So now that so-called American dream, you done hit the wall on that now. So the Lord is showing you on every avenue in the society that it's going to fail. It's not for you, Jake, because this is not our rest at the end of the day.
Yep. And all these different Jakes that got these different top professions, or not all of them, but a lot of them. And you know, Jake that went to college. Basically, they're seeking regular jobs like us now. You know, you couldn't find out like really we like in like better positions than them now.
The little girl playing Bernie Mac's niece. She said she was working regular 9 to 5 jobs.
She on the I mean, I ain't know. You know,
New subscriber.
No, I'm good, bro.
Hey, I know your spirit though. I ain't gonna pay the press play, goddamn it. I ain't gonna pay the press, but it's a shot like she only fans.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Right, we can need this last scripture right here.
I got one going back up your house. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and ye may prove what is that good and acceptable time. You know, that peer pressure of the world ain't having what? Trying to fit in with the alphabet game, with street culture. Well, American, you know, that American way. Nah, you supposed to repent to Yahweh Shem Al Shah, renewing our minds, making us ready for Yahweh Shah's return, you know?
And that you know, speaking of peer pressure, that's if you can overcome peer pressure, you'll overcome a great deal of self-control.
Because that's gonna be peer pressure. It's gonna be well, I believe I speak as a man. It's gonna be one of those key factors in Jacob's trouble. You know, when you get in that corral.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Yeah.
We say following out the multitude to do evil. That's peer pressure.
Yeah. We saw great examples with the prayer movie. You know, with the J, you know what I'm talking about. We saw examples of that. When you so-called sneeze around somebody, they feel that you had it or something like that, they try to peer pressure you to go ahead and accept it, take it. So how much more when the MOTB be fully implemented?
You had to almost kill yourself not to sneeze.
Yeah, you could sneeze. Clear walk out the office and stuff like that, sneeze.
Meanwhile, they eat processed food and shit. You at Wendy's looking at people crazy because they sneeze. Like, bro, you know? Was that
And this is Habakkuk 2:15. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yep. And that's what you're doing, man. You expose us. Because going back to Judah, the 10th chapter, you said if we could get them to sin, then their God won't be with them. They won't defend them. You got us to sin, and it estranges us from the Most High. But the Most High also said, I have separated 7,000 in one battle. So the 11 represents that 7,000. That's the ones who
About the whole peer pressure.
the hour of temptation. And what they said when I was coming to you, I think it was trying to cancel a blunt. Like peer pressure. Yeah. So hey, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give out honor and glory to double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone and well. Peace and blessings, something wellness to the house of David the elect. Baba. Shalom.